Hey guys, it's Bryony, and it is part 2, or episode 3, of the Hardcore Let's Play series. So, I am going to be building my house in this episode, and I'll be voicing it over, just talking about what I'm doing, and talking about what I'm planning on doing in the future. So I hope you guys enjoy. Now let's get into it. Hey guys. So right now I'm just chopping down a bunch of trees and really clearing the area for my new house. So this is pretty much just going to be my base for hopefully the whole playthrough, or at least until I beat the game and I feel like I need an upgrade, or I just want to build something better. But this footage was also taken where I couldn't record audio at the time, so I'm doing a voiceover again for you guys. This is about an hour and a half of footage that I've sped up 3 times, just to make it a little more bearable for you guys to watch. So right here I'm just flattening out the land so that I can build my house on it, and I end up going for kind of a really simple pathway with slabs in between layers, just so that's a little more smooth coming up and down and I don't have to jump. I just felt like that would be a nice addition, and I'm cleaning up these paths a little bit just to make the village look a little more nice. And in the future I definitely plan on revamping this village, definitely getting some more villagers, just making the town bigger as a whole. That's something that I really like to do, because as much as I use villagers for really good books and all that, I do feel like they deserve better homes than what they're given at the start. I don't know why I didn't just make like an iron hoe or something just to break these leaves down. I also wanted to free those villagers because I didn't want them to get killed, obviously. I'm not sure why this guy keeps sleeping in my bed, because I've never seen him before. I guess he was the one stuck in the fences, which is why he couldn't come to sleep. Also, I didn't know that villagers can't open like fence gates, which is really weird, because I thought they would be able to. Honestly, this part of the footage is really boring. I'm kind of just thinking about what I want to build and clearing out the area, just prepping for a build here. So I decide that I kind of want to do like a birch porch here. So the style of house that I kind of want to do is just a nice home, like, I don't know, kind of small. I end up discovering that I need to make the porch 1 block thicker to get the walls in, but I'll be figuring that out in a minute here. As of right now, I'm just covering up the porch. I honestly don't think this looks bad, but you see there, I make the door, and I'm gonna realize here in a minute, oh no, I made this poorly. I make a stone cutter here just for the stone bricks, because I plan on making the floor like stone bricks. Yeah, so here's where I realized that I need to expand it. I feel really stupid for that, but it's okay. So I make a little bit more fence just to put the fences right there, and then I connect the path up. I ended up deciding that I wanted to do stripped oak logs, which really isn't a big problem considering I'm just covered by birch forest here. Or not birch, oak. I was struggling a little bit with with placing the log up on that door there, but don't worry about it. I was thinking about having like a nice trim around the house, and I ended up deciding that I want to do it with these birch trap doors because I think they look really nice. And usually I don't build with birch because I honestly don't like how it looks really. But I think this house just is very suitable for that kind of wood type. I'm just building up the walls here, and I didn't really gather a lot, so I'm kind of just gathering as I go and then putting more on and gathering. So it's a lot of back and forth. But here's the front of the house so far, and I think it looks really nice. And I end up going back to that first design on the window there with just the oak slabs. I haven't really built a lot of stuff outside of modded Minecraft. I really like using chisels and bits. It's one of my favorite mod packs, and I can definitely do a lot more, like amazing designs with it. But with this, I can't. So I'm a little confused on how I want to do things because I need to think on a larger scale. Also, if you've never seen or played Chisels and Bits, you definitely should, because it's a great way to just like really put into Minecraft what you really want to be building instead of something like this where it's really not as detailed as you'd like it to be. Just because of the large scale of these blocks, you really like your creativity is kind of limited in my opinion. But honestly, I think the house still ended up looking really nice, even though I didn't have access to like tools from Chisels and Bits to make the house look better. Right here, I'm just finishing up the trapdoors. I'm gonna need a couple more, it looks like. This was a really tedious build for me. Even though it's not really all that complicated. I didn't grab enough of what I should have grabbed. And I feel like that made it take a lot longer because I was just going back and forth the whole time. I end up wanting a window right here, so I'm counting out the blocks and determining where I need to put this window in. So I put it right in the middle there. I go and mine more and more trees. It's really frustrating. And so I haven't covered up this back portion yet because I kind of want my enchanting room or like a nether portal right into that wall there. So it'll kind of be like an underground section. And I do end up making a basement anyway, but that's probably going to be for like bulk storage and some other stuff like that. Maybe stuff that I don't necessarily need. I really want to be organized because I feel like that'll help things run a lot more smoothly. I don't want to have to be running around from chest to chest to see where all this stuff is. And I know in the previous episodes you've seen my chests and they've looked atrocious. I know that because they have. But I plan on changing that. And here I'm just adding this roof bit. And I didn't notice this at first, but the other side is actually offset by 2 blocks, so I kind of have to work around that. But I think when you see it, you'll think it's pretty decent for how I managed to recover. Because if you take a look here, you can see that the front goes like slanted. Yeah, here I'm just figuring that out. But I decided to stick with it, and right now I'm just kind of trying to figure out how I can solve this issue. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing right here, but don't worry about it. So I think yeah, I'm going to use this deep slate as roof tile, and I think it'll make a really nice contrast between the lighter wood on this build and then like this darker bit. I think it really helps make the build look better, you know. And also, I've always liked the deep slate tiles because they kind of remind you of like shingles, like just in general. So I thought it would be a nice block to use. I keep forgetting to place the block underneath it. So by this point, I'm all out of deep slate, and I decide, well, I need to get deep slate somehow. So over there, you can see I double placed those slabs because that's where I'm going to have my cellar. And my cellar is just kind of going to be a bulk storage room, like I said earlier. But also, it's just going to have like a ladder down to like all the levels that you'd need to go to. And you'll see me building that very soon. But right now I'm just furnishing these cellar stairs. Just trying to fix it up a little bit. I don't end up furnishing the cellar a lot. Maybe that's something that I'll just put a little time to in the next episodes. But by this point, when I was recording, it was getting really late. I think it was past midnight, or very close to midnight at least. But here's where the mine shaft is going to be, right under the stairs there, and I'm going to make a bunch of ladders just going down. So this process is probably going to take like 5 minutes. But in the future here, I'm going to keep adding additions onto this house. I'm going to move stuff into it. I'll definitely have an enchanting table, anvils, stuff like that. Other than that, though, I think I'm just, as for the house goes, I'm going to work on I'm definitely going to work on like expanding the village. I'm sorry. I was completely just not registering what I wanted to say right there. And here I determined that I was just going to place torches with 8 blocks in between. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, and I'm placing the ladders as we go. End up finding a bunch of coal. I'm not sure if I mine that up, but I will mine it up if I haven't. As for next episode, I'm probably going to go and search for obsidian because we need an enchanting table and a nether portal. And so once I get that, I might go into the nether. Maybe not for the whole rest of the episode, but I just want to see if I can kind of make a safe house in the nether so that I'm safe when I go in. I'm also, hopefully, if I can find a nether fortress, which I honestly doubt it, but with the luck that I've had on this run so far, honestly, I wouldn't put it past us to be finding a nether fortress very soon. However, if we don't find a nether fortress, then I might just mine quartz and hopefully start enchanting my diamond armor. I think by this point I'm getting close to the deep slate. Here I'm just kind of counting off in 4s to make sure that I'm going 9 down so I can place the torch. I know it might be a little, it might make you a little nauseous if you get like motion sickness or something. I don't have motion sickness or anything like that, so I can't really tell you if you would be getting sick from this, but if you are, just consider skipping forward like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and I should be done with this process. And you can see right down there I hit deep slate, so I'm just building these ladders back up, and I'm also going to mine up this iron. And I'm just going to replace it, and we'll go back down. I am going to dig down just a tiny bit more, just so that I can get into the like solely deep slate area. And right about here, I believe, I actually end up running into a cave there, yeah. And in the future, I'll explore this cave if I need more materials, but as for right now, I'm just going to kind of quarry out a bunch of deep slate. Also, if you guys have any suggestions of things that you might think is a good idea for me to do, like before I go on with what I've planned to do, if you guys want to comment that, that's definitely something good. I don't know why that merchant is right there. I didn't even check his trades. I honestly don't think he had anything good. I don't think it was worth my time, honestly, so I didn't even check. Right here, I'm kind of just trying to figure out how I want to do this roof, because it's really oddly shaped, just in general. So I'm not entirely sure how I would want to do something like this. But luckily the back connects up perfectly, so it's really no problem until I get to this point where the two peaks are messed up, so I have to figure out how I want to do that. But I also did run out of deep slate, so I just have to go down and get some more, and I think I'll only need about a stack and a half here. So I think that's how much I end up getting. And I think I also placed a torch here at some point, just because it's getting really dark. I really don't want any mobs spawning in any places that I would consider to be safe, because that can definitely destroy a hardcore run. Also, I will consider adding like a water pool to the bottom, so I can just kind of fall all the way down. So hopefully it won't take as long to just kind of climb down the ladder. Also, I end up missing this jump a bunch. But here I'm kind of just adding like a front-facing area. As of right now, oh yes, that baby zombie, that was very scary because it just kind of came out of nowhere. I know I should have gone to sleep because it's nighttime, but I honestly thought it would be fine, and it ended up being fine, but it was still really scary. And here I realized, oh god, I need regular tile blocks, not just the stairs. So I go back. Well, right now I'm just adding a little bit more with these stairs, just so that I don't waste time. But whenever I get low on this, I kind of just go back down to the mine and I get more deep slate so that I can get the regular tile blocks because I need them. And I honestly didn't realize it until it was too late. So yeah, see, I also need it here. I end up messing up this placement twice. But here I am going back down. I only need a little bit more, but I end up placing a torch now just to kind of mob proof it a little bit. I will also add a door to the other side of this, which is where the cave is, and I don't want any mobs wandering in from the cave while I'm down here. But this should be plenty enough for my deep slate tiles, and it'll be enough to finish up this roof. As for right now, I don't have any windows, but I will be working on that, and I will install those as soon as possible. And so right here, this is a very hard part to do because I wasn't really sure how I would be able to style it and make it look good. But I kind of just go for something like this, and it's gonna be like kind of a pop-out window here, if you understand what I'm saying. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain even, like what I'm trying to do here. But what I'm trying to do is just make a pop-out window there so I can go up to the attic and kind of look out the window if I wanted to. I feel like it'd be really scenic. And now I'm just gonna fill up these areas with planks just for now. Those are going to get 2 nice windows there, and I add some more slabs so I can finish out the floor here. And I end up misplacing a bunch of these, which is really stupid of me. here, that's kind of gonna be a door into the hill there for other stuff. And here I'm just kind of making the floor for this bit, which is gonna be a little higher than the other part of the roof. It's gonna be right there. I also wanted to make sure that it would be correctly placed so that if I wanted to, I could have some crafting stations or chests or whatever up there. Although I'm not sure what I want to have up there yet. And I kind of connect it up there and seal off gaps. And now I start thinking how I want to do stairs, which is complicated because this house doesn't really have a lot of space. So I was thinking about how I can make it look good, but it also be functional. So I decided to change up the shape of the windows so that I can kind of exclude the stairway from the other bits of it. And now I'm just kind of seeing how I want these stairs to lay against the wall. And I might change these in the future, even after finding what I liked in the moment, because it wasn't the greatest. I might end up going with kind of a I might go with a ladder instead, because I feel like it might just... And that wraps up the rest of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of like long montage of me just building my house. It's not exactly a video that I want to do all the time. It's like that. I want to have live commentary while I'm playing, because I feel like that's how you get the best grasp of what I'm thinking in the moment to do. And also sometimes when I voice over, my recording goes a little faster than I want to go. So for next episode, I'll definitely make sure that I'm talking to you while I play, because I prefer that, and I'm sure you guys prefer that too. But let me know if you actually would like to see more of this style of voiceover. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, I really hope you guys enjoyed the new intro and outro music. I just created that today, and I thought it was pretty nice, and I want it to reflect the chill and really welcoming attitude that I have at this channel. So I hope it did. I'll see you guys next time.